Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I love that the last one that we put out there, man. I'm sitting here, I'm just doing this. It's definitely gets the vibes going. Good morning. How's everybody doing today, Big Bear?
Really good, man. How about you?
I'm good. It's been the last couple of weeks has been very surreal. As you know, I went to the festival with my daughter a couple weekends ago. Big festival, lots of bands. My back barely survived with my back, but it was so nice to finally. That's one of the first big breaks that I had taken in a long time, and it literally took me almost a week just to recover from that stupid little trip. So. But we've been hammering out the legal document side of everything, and we have one last meeting today. One last meeting focused on these things, but because we do anticipate that we will be filing with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest next week. So everything will be going out and filed. So we're going to be able to, I've got an updated timeline in here. Our sprint is ending here in a few hours. We do have allocated funds to reboot this final countdown sprint. So we are going to have one last sprint to carry us through to migration. We still do anticipate that this will be executed right at the end of the month, towards the end of the month. Worst case scenario, first week of April, but we're just going to keep pushing to get it done by the end of the month. The only thing that will probably have any effect on that will be the results of beta testing. So we are going to be opening up beta testing. We're onboarding to the DApp. We're onboarding SumSub as one of our KYC type providers to ensure that when people are setting up accounts and participating in the DAO, that they're a known actor. So this is something that's been really critical from the very beginning. So that's going to be implemented starting this coming week. And we're going to be able to start some of our heavier lifting when it comes to the beta testing. So, and really beyond that much, guys, there's not much to report or update everyone on. It really, the one thing I felt kind of compelled to speak to, and some of the stuff you shared this morning, Big Bear, really kind of highlighted this mindset that I have. One of the things that's kind of made this last 2 weeks really surreal is I've taken this opportunity to really connect and to reconnect with my family, because I know as we approach the end of this month and as we get into this migration and we relaunch, especially if we're able to do a couple of the other things that I'm working on the side right now for the DAO. But I know my time in my life is going to be much more focused and a lot busier. And so I have this fear that I'm not going to have as much time for my family. So I've been spending some time reconnecting with family, just kind of getting my feet on the ground, making sure relationships are in good places, because once it really gets busy and once we start doing everything else we're doing, opportunities like that are going to, when you have a dynamic family and almost everybody works, we're in school, my son's in school, my daughter's in school, I help. I'm like, I should just have an Uber driver shirt. Because sometimes I feel like I'm just a glorified Uber driver, but but no, it's been really good. It's just been really good to kind of slow things down, take a step back. Uh, we're we're just we're making sure the team is in harmony with all the details of the management contract. So just to kind of give you some alpha here, the DAO is going to be, we're going to manage the DAO through contract, not just contracts on chain, but physical legal contracts, IRL, that come with requirements and expectations and executables and everything else. So the team is literally going to be contracting with the DAO to manage the DAO and to execute the will of the people, if you will. So so those are the final nuts and bolts that we're going over today. So that once we submit this with the state, should they have any questions, we have the answers really quick. So really excited. I mean, it's kind of that really exciting and yet completely and absolutely nerve-wracking moment. I can't tell you how many times I've read this contract and the bylaws and all of the different things that we've been establishing as the foundation behind the DAO. I've read them so many times. I'm nervous that I'm saying the same thing, or that we are saying several things over and over in the bylaws when I'm pretty confident we're not repeating it over and over and over, but I've read it so many times. I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't this over here? Or didn't we already say this? Or are we saying this too many times? So that's kind of the quagmire, if you will, that we've been in a little bit, just making sure that legally everything we're doing will stand up in a court of law, that we can defend it in a court of law. Not that we expect that. In fact, I actually expect that we will be doing this well enough that won't happen. So with that, I've gotten a lot of input on how to do this better, but I'm just going to keep doing it the way I do it.
You do you, bro. You do you.
But as you know, we've got these engagement campaigns, and we have a phenomenal community, engagement community, and helping us get the word out, helping us blow up some of our posts, helping us. And we've had some big players following us back lately, guys. So that's really nice when we start to see some of these bigger players in DeFi following Axion DAO back. And so I'm not sure where I was going with that, but anyway, yeah. So this is our first word. Everybody says that it's blurry, but I think that's because some people have really bad connections. But this is
I can see it. I can see it.
I can see it. Yeah.
So that's, and I'm trying not to use trigger words because I know that there's a few people out there using AI to go in and find these things. It's like, man, if you put all of that effort into just watching it for 30 minutes, but this is what's exciting though. We have over 25,000 people now participating in our campaign. We've got we're close to 6,000 people now participating in this sprint. The sprint ends today. We are going to reboot the sprint. We're going to start a new sprint probably Monday or Tuesday. I don't know which day exactly, but we're going to be kicking off next week with a town hall meeting. Okay. So we're going to meet on Sunday. We're going to have a town hall meeting, an AMA style town hall meeting where we're going to go over all of this stuff. So I'm going to be putting out some announcements on Discord. I'll be reaching out to some of our whales. So if you're one of our whales who's been commenting in the whale channel and you're wondering why we haven't responded, it's because, frankly, we've had more critical things to manage and take care of. But we see the questions, we see the comments, and we will respond to those. So and happy to do that. For those of you who have been following this project now for the last 4 or 5 years, the last 2 or 3 specifically, almost everybody on this team, I would say actually everybody in this room right now was working for Axion for a couple of years without any compensation. We were doing this because we believe in the community. We believe in the underlying intent that was created when Axion was first established. There was underlying intent there. And so as community members who have stepped in to take over the project and to take the project to the next level, it's really important, I think, to pay homage, because there were so many people, not just us, but there have been so many people over the last few years who have contributed to this project without the expectation of anything in return. And so, and for the large part, you know, including our developers and Jubbin, who is here from day one, there were several years there that we kept this project, we kept the protocol going without accepting 1 penny in compensation. So, so to the whales, I just want to remind you of that. Not trying to we're not trying to be egotistical here, pat ourselves on the back, but when you make, you know, we understand there's frustrations. This has taken a lot longer to get it accomplished than we expected. And so yeah, some comments are a little bit more poignant than others, but we're gonna speak to those things. But the bottom line is everything we're doing is we're registering this legally in the United States as a DAO. We've developed a contract that's going to govern how we manage the DAO, that we're going to be legally bound to. And then from there, we're going to be able to start building and start growing the ecosystem again. So
on that note, James, what I want to say is that I saw comments scroll through here, and somebody said, "Oh, so it's going to be controlled by one entity, not the public." I guess they think that that one particular entity is going to have control of the DAO, not the community as a DAO. And maybe we should clear that up.
Yeah, well, the management company cannot do anything outside of the bylaws. Mm-hmm. Period.
Yeah.
And we are going to be bound by that governing contract to execute all of the functions of the DAO. So it's a legally binding agreement. And yeah, the DAO we're going to be establishing this as an autonomous, the contracts and how everything, the governance and everything works on chain will be in it as autonomous as you can imagine DeFi being. So, and we, as managers of the DAO, we're not going to be able to do anything outside of the parameters that the DAO enables us to do. So no, we're not in control of it. We're actually responsible for it. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like we have carte blanche authority.
No, and we can't change anything. We can't. We cannot do anything without. We cannot change anything or do anything without community approval, and without the support of the Mastermind Council. And if we do anything outside of the legal boundaries that are set once we relaunch, then we're going to be found. Then we could be accused of fraud. So come on, guys. You know, we haven't come this far to do things that way, really. So anyway, is that you feel like that addresses that well?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So which leads us to, so we are going to wrap this up kind of quick today. So as I said, we're going to have a town hall this Sunday. So that is our next, I don't want to say the word CODE. I want to mess with everybody. It's like the more you ask for something, the less I want to give it. But no, I'm just playing. I'm actually kind of in a playful place right now. And I just realized I had this all set up. You guys can see how many tabs I have open. I forgot to go in here and oops. Yeah, I'm just blowing it everywhere, aren't I? Let's do this. Okay, this will look nicer when we go forward. Okay. I'm going to skip up here. I'm just going to make sure we haven't. Oh, the love song has concluded. We are going to be sending all of those recordings over to the boys at MIDI Punks so they can complete the love song. So that is done.
Nice. Well done. Well done.
Yeah. Okay. So here's a slightly updated timeline. It really hasn't changed much from last week, except we've got our current marketing. You can see there I highlighted our current marketing sprint ends today. We have submitting the bylaws for ratification. We expect to be doing that by March 13th. And that will need to run a course, but we can do a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing here shortly. We can do in tandem. So we can do it all kind of at the same time. So we are hopefully going to be submitting submitting the bylaws for ratification, meaning that we're going to have a legacy vote by the end of next week to approve the bylaws, the management contracts, all of the ways, everything the way it's all set up. So, with bringing some sub on, we're going to be able to finish the onboarding, and the governance contracts are going to be based on the bylaws. We're going to be launching phase 2 of our beta testing. We expect to be doing this snapshot between March 12th and March 18th now. Same thing with a beta test. The final phases of beta testing will be happening. And so our target for migration is still the 20th through the 27th. So that may be bumped a little bit, but at this point, I honestly don't see it bumped much at all. So I think this is why I'm getting more and more nervous every day. But because I know that we are finally in a pattern here where we're going to be hitting most of these dates moving forward. So and then we're going to try to get really creative with our marketing for the next 4 weeks. One of the things that we're going to be trying to do, like I said earlier, we've had some pretty big projects out there follow us back on X. That's actually kind of a big deal for Aerodrome and Base and some of these. I can't say, I don't want to put everything out there yet, but for some of them to start following us back, they're seeing us, they're paying attention. And so we're going to be getting very creative, very guerrilla kind of marketing, guerrilla level kind of marketing to really kind of get their attention, even more so as we move towards this migration. So there's really not much more to go over than that. And I think the next few weeks is going to be the same way. I mean, we're just going to be making slight updates to stuff like this. We might have, we are still working on a couple of new partnerships, but timing for them, timing for us, it's all kind of a delicate dance. But we might be able to squeeze a couple more potential community partners into our live streams coming up. We'll have some news coming out about our existing collaboration partners with MetaRides and Income Island, Star Dogs, MIDI Punks, Yeah, a few others. So Siva. Yeah. Anything you guys want to add? Or, we do have a few seconds. If there were any questions, you felt other questions. I think Big Bear, you're kind of glancing through a lot of that. But if you do see any of those, feel free to just throw one or two up here before we play out. We are going to play out here by the bottom of the hour. So a little chit, and then we'll be.
I'll offer one comment, and it sort of reverts back to how you started the stream today. And I will say, folks, if you're going to do anything in life, do what you love. But don't let that love of what you're doing detract away from your connections with friends and family. And I say that with purpose, because I've had a bit of a rough week. I went through something that I wasn't expecting, and it's things like that really sort of puts everything into perspective. We're all striving for better things and better friends and better relationships and better financial situations, and that's okay. We're all allowed to strive for those things in life. But do what you love, but always remember those that helped you get there, those that supported you, even those that criticized you, because a little criticism in life is always a good thing, because sometimes it's comments that we may take as seeming harsh, or we may not agree with. Sometimes those comments actually make sense, but we don't realize it until a later time. So yeah, just stay humble, stay driven, stay positive, stay happy. And we love you guys, and we appreciate all the support that you've given us. We appreciate the patience that you've given us. We're going to get it done for you. That's come, pardon the language, hell or high water. We're going to get it done for you. We're just as not frustrated, that's not the word, but we were hoping that everything was going to be able to complete faster than it has. But as we've gone through this journey as a team, we've realized that, okay, it makes sense why it's taking so long. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of legal language with regards to the bylaws, the contracts, et cetera, et cetera. So we're taking the time to make sure we get this done right. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
No, I appreciate that. Jebin said it recently, even more poignantly, the critical responsibility that we have right now in what we're doing and how we're doing it is, we will be judged by how well we do this, how well these contracts are constructed. We'll be judged by people who know nothing about the industry, and we're going to be judged by people who know a whole hell of a lot more about this industry than we do.
Yep.
And our goal has always been to pique their interest, to get those who are working in very high levels within DeFi to take a look at some of these very critical, simplistic. In a lot of respects, it's very simple, but in most, it is very, very critical in how we lay this out, how we language everything, how we establish this, because there's going to be a lot of people who are going to learn from what we're doing and how we're doing it, and there will be projects who follow in our footsteps. So we need to make damn sure our footsteps in the sand are clean and clear, easy to read, easy to follow, and won't get washed away at the first wave that hits them. So, yeah, I appreciate those. I appreciate those thoughts. It really does just kind of drive home the importance of what we're doing, because what we're doing right now has the potential to impact a lot of lives, and it has the potential to literally impact the entire DeFi ecosystem in one way or another. So that's not lost on us, which is why if we need to take, if there is an idea and we need to spend a week looking at that idea, talking about that idea, exploring that idea, researching that idea, and wording it and then rewording it and then reevaluating it again, then that's what we're going to do. But I can honestly say that the 98% of all of that work now has been exhausted. I think it's fair to say that we have exhausted that process. So what we have in front of us, we're actually very proud of. We're excited about it, and we can't wait to put it in front of other legal critics and have them look at it and have them watch and see what we're doing. So yeah, I think that pretty much, and we're right at the bottom of the hour. I know CC has to go, and I'm going to go ahead and drop our final quest text. So as you know, we're filing in the state of Utah. So state of Utah, that's our final code word. There you go. We do have, and I do want to say this. So hopefully you're still listening as you're scrambling to submit your tasks here. But we're going to be having a lot of disruptive quests on Zeely that will potentially completely redefine our leaderboards as we move forward. So it's going to be very critical for those of you who are currently on the leaderboard, the top 5,000 of our leaderboard. It's very critical that you guys continue to pay attention to what's happening in our main leaderboard quests as well, because the main leaderboard quests are going to get very dynamic. For instance, this quest today with this live stream, it's a very disruptive quest in that it's going to give a lot of our participants some shock and awe. So we're going to be stepping into a very guerrilla style type marketing as we get into the next 4 weeks. We're going to be calling upon, we're going to get our sentinels organized. We're going to at least pick a small handful of sentinels. And we're going to start taking some of this guerrilla marketing kind of mentality in how we go out there and we get people's attention. So not in an irritate the industry way, but in a, hey, have you seen what we're doing here yet? So that's going to be the goal. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I think I'm ready to play us out. And then just so you know, every live stream from here going forward will actually be on the main leaderboard. And it's going to be a very disruptive style in how we do these live streams, because we need these live streams to be reaching out. We need people's attention. We need to get the attention of some of these bigger players, and they need to see that there's something happening here. That's our little catchphrase right now. So
I saw what you did there.
Hey, and I did that without even thinking about it. It just kind of just happens. But anyway,
it flowed. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's play ourselves out. CC, thanks for joining us. It's always good to have you with us. Say hi to your dad. Give him a hug from everybody here. And
for sure, man. For sure.
Yeah. Take care, guys. James, I've started everything up. Can I just exit the studio? You've still got them, yeah?
What's that?
I've started for the, to come up on the screen for you. Can I still leave the studio, or have I got to stay in the studio?
You can leave. No, you're good.
Yeah. Brilliant. Great stuff.
All right, guys.
Take
All
care.
right, take it easy. See you.
And with that, I'm going to play us out. So my mouse has been, I need a new mouse. This, when technology is great, it's great. But when it starts to fail, it makes everything miserable.
I've noticed mine has been doing the same too. Like, it's almost like I have to double click everything. First time it doesn't work. Second time it does. It's like,
For mine, I'll be rolling across the screen and it'll stop, but then it'll jump.
Yeah. Get that lag in there.
All right. I think we're ready to do this. So yeah.
I'll just say this before you play us out. I've seen the comments in the field. I appreciate the love. I've seen a lot of, we love you, Big Bear, and everything like that. I just want to say thank you to everybody. It means a lot.
Yeah. The feeling is mutual. We are honored and we're grateful to be in the position we're in, to be doing what we're doing, and to be doing it on behalf of the Axion DAO community. And so any good vibes that you guys can send us back is greatly appreciated. So with that, I think I'll play us out. Yeah. We ready to ignite. We blasting off tonight. Axion DAO in the cloud with the crowd in the frenzy. Pound in the ground, engine sound like a Benz G. In Kamalin to rise in the skylines lit. Rocket climb like a rhyme when the lines all hit. Doing D5 better, together forever. Meta rides more like leather than pleather. Migration to base, the flight plans drawn. The future is now. Yeah, the mic stays on. Got a 50K giveaway. Big today. Don't faint from the news, man, you okay? Doing D5 better. Together we stay. We're just getting started. Hear the crowd say, hey, Axion DAO. Those engines lit. Migration to base. The perfect fit. Future of crypto in a brand new way. Axion DAO, 50K giveaway. Fast lane frame. Hey. With the game in the gearbox. Meta rides heat. Make the street lights teardrop. Code mode load like a rhyme in the riddle. Every chain link thick has the bass in the middle. Moon zoom boom when the room gets louder. Axion strong like 4 bars from your router. We don't just chase, we replace that pace. Got the bass so laced they can't trace our race. Got a 50K giveaway, big today. Don't faint from the news, man, you okay? Doing D5 better, together we stay. We're just getting started, hear the crowd say, hey, Axion DAO, those engines lit. Migration to base, the perfect fit. Future of crypto in a brand new way. Axion DAO, 50K giveaway. Fuel in the fuse when the boosters ignite. Income island, they rockets take flight. Octane flame, every launch stays vital. 50K flip, got the grip on the title. Meta rides drift with the lift on lock. Every tick-tock click, push the rocket clock. This is next gen flex on the ledger page. Axion DAO, future set center stage. Got a 50K giveaway, big today. Don't faint from the news, man, you okay? Doing D5 better, together we stay. We're just getting started, hear the crowd say, hey, Axion DAO, those engines lit. Migration to base, the perfect fit. Future of crypto in a brand new way. Axion DAO, 50K giveaway. 50K giveaway. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate the energy. Appreciate everybody showing up. Be sure to join us this Sunday for a special AMA town hall. I will put some announcements on Discord. We will be entertaining people to drop some questions, some preloaded questions that we can answer during the AMA. And we'll have a few things around that to join us and to hang out and to really kind of get catch the vision of what this guerrilla marketing is going to look like, and how you guys can really kind of help get the word out and connect us with other communities in a way that they will want to be a part of us, and that we're not an annoyance. we get a lot of people coming in and dropping messages. We're gonna teach people how to drop messages that actually get people's attention. So we're gonna be putting some stuff together for everybody, and hopefully the next 4 weeks literally takes Axion DAO into the stratosphere. So that's the goal. You with me?
Always, brother. Always.
All right, guys. It's been a pleasure. Have a great afternoon. Have an even better weekend. Join us tomorrow for game day. I don't think. Hang on, I gotta check something real quick. This mouse is gonna make me nuts. Okay, yep. So just tomorrow. Got game day tomorrow. And then we got the sprint ending here in just a few hours, but I think almost everything has been paid out. So I think pretty confident that if you're on that leaderboard now, that position is pretty secure. So we'll see you in a few hours for that meeting, Big Bear.
Yeah, be there, be square for sure.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you, everybody.